let's talk a little bit about you, man. Let people know exactly, you know, who TeShawn Hazelwood is. I know people in Barbados know, but there's
Oh yeah.
the whole
Well,
world is much bigger than Barbados, so people want to know who you are, man. So
yeah.
give us a little bit of history on you.
Okay. My name is TeShawn Hazelwood. I'm a jockey from Barbados. I also won the jockeys title last year in Barbados, champion apprentice and champion rider. And I just moved my top to the US, give it a shot. Safi Joseph invited me out here.
Hey, look, was that your first time heading to the US, or you been there before scouting, or how that
I've been
came
to the
about?
US on vacation.
Hmm. And while you
Yeah.
were there, did you visit any of the tracks or anything like that?
No, no, I never visited the track before.
Oh, okay. So you went on shopping sprees and shopping trips, but now you
Yeah, and just relax, you know.
now you're on a
Yeah.
different mission, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, let me tell you something, man. A little bit of background on yourself. I read and did some research and see that you're from Christchurch, right?
Yeah.
And where you're from, is it a big racing community?
No, actually, in Christchurch, I think I'm the only jockey from Christchurch.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, maybe somebody is out there can probably chat in the comments or say something. If there's other jockeys from Christchurch,
No,
you
well, I
know.
can't. I know at the moment right no since I left, but I know for a while I was the only jockey living in Christchurch.
Now, being the only jockey living in Christchurch, like, what does that do for you? Did you know start thinking about that and realize, hey, wait a minute, I'm the only one?
Yeah, but the funny thing is that I only realized that just now when you brought it up. But back home, I never thought of it.
So, hang on a second. So, being the only one, I know that probably where you're from is not that far from the garrison. Obviously, Barbados ain't that big,
That
but
big, right?
did you feel any ways just jumping into the colony at the garrison?
Me being like not from the
Not from the
a
area.
area where a lot of jockeys are from.
That's correct.
No, I never felt any different to anyone. No, it
Well,
felt
that's a
normal
plus
to
then.
me.
It
Mm-hmm.
feels pretty normal, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, I read that you. No, wait, hang on a second. So at what age did you decide? Look, man, I want to be a jockey.
Um, from honestly, from the time I knew myself as a small kid growing up, I always knew that I wanted to be a jockey. I would go to school fairs. My mom would take us, me and my brother. And as a kid, probably like 7, 8 years old, you go to school fair. All you want to do is probably go and buy snacks and go on the little rides and what's not. I would take all my money and just ride horses. Yeah, I
Really?
want. Oh yeah, no snacks, no toys. I just wanted to use my money and just ride the horses, and that's it.
So was it that someone from your family was taking you to the garrison, or you watching on TV? Like,
Mm,
were you just riding horses? Like, where did that come from?
um, I just fell in love with the horses from the first time I saw a horse. And what grew my love for horses too is that back home in Barbados, I also have a pet horse by the name of Smokey. I had Smokey now for 14 years.
Wow, man.
Yeah, and I remember as a kid growing up, I would see Smokey pass through the neighborhood, and I would always tell the guy at the time, I want to ride Smokey, and he would show me it, and he would walk me all through the neighborhood, and my love just grew for horses even more from the time I met Smokey.
Oh wow, man, that's a beautiful story, man.
Hmm.
And I guess to have the love for the animal and also the love for the game, that's a plus. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
Hey, look, I know you got lots of people backing you down in Barbados and so forth. So I know there's a lot of people that excited and want to know how you're doing and what are you doing and so forth. But we're gonna get into that. But
Yeah,
but
for sure.
before that, we just kind of like giving the audience a little bit of history on you and
Mm-hmm.
warming them up to this young man and his talent.
Yeah.
Now, I read something here and I was like, who is Corey Layne, and what role did the horse charity riding school play in your development as a jockey?
Well, what I can tell you, the horse charity and Corey Lane, those are two different farms.
Mm-hmm.
I started out with Corey Lane at the Nature Farm Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the riding school Corey operates. And I started out there actually not even knowing how to ride a horse. And I would always nag and nag and nag Corey all the time. Corey, I want to be a jockey. I need some help. And eventually it was me and like three other guys. He started something on a Sundays called Jockey Academy,
Mm-hmm.
where he would teach us the basics and what's not, like how to trot the horses, how to canter, how to steer, the basics. And we then would, obviously, as time go by, we would get better and better. But to gain my jockey license and my exercise license, I had to go to the horse charity, which Robert Pierce
That's
at the
right.
time operate, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's where I really learned about the riding on a whole different aspect. Yeah, and then received my exercise license and jockey license from Robert. My first few rides actually came from Robert as well.
But before we get into Robert, because I was going to get to that, but I just want the audience to know just the role that Corey Lane played in your life, leading up to going into to Pierce's riding
Jockey
school
school.
and so forth.
Well, on it, what I can say about Corey for sure is like, as I always tell Corey, I don't think I could thank Corey enough.